Greetings. This is Free and Area Metro, and welcome you to now that I'm just trying to get back on track with us. And catch you back. My further recaps of Critical Role tonight. After a long wait, I'm sorry about that. Is there one shot special? Is there one Elder Scrolls Online one shot special? Before I continue, I must reiterate, as I always do, I do not own, nor am I associated with Critical Role, its YouTube or Twitch channels, or any of its other online presence. Nor am I actually associated with any with Elder Scrolls or any other products or projects created by the makers. And we'd like to also point out that there will be clips in this meant with fair use of mind, and also with more comedy in mind than with comedic moments in mind more than in critical moments like important. There will be some stuff important just because they like to ruin the moment. They'll occasionally ruin the moment. They'll like anything like if this was actually like for D&D or usual D&D, like a message spell, or like if we're about to go into break or the end of the episode, I'll maybe just let you guys watch the end. And with that out of the way, let's get. Touch is okay, but I sometimes hate the controls. I don't know.
Hello, and welcome to a very special one-shot in collaboration with our friends at Bethesda Softworks and ZeniMax Online Studios in honor of the 10th anniversary of Elder Scrolls Online. First off, I have to mention that while you may recognize some of the locations and characters in tonight's adventure, we want to emphasize that this is a tale of our own creation. It's not official canon content from ESO. It's all higgledy-piggledy. Anyway, consider it a love letter inspired by the decades of content set in the ESO universe. There's so much of it. Thank you again to Bethesda Softworks and ZeniMax Online Studios for letting us play in your world. And grab the 2025 content pass to start your own ESO adventure today. Check out www.elderscrollsonline.com/en-us/join us for more information.
There you go. Got it.
Yeah. Now, without further ado, we are about to play a game of Dungeons and Dragons set in the world of Tamriel. We're probably going to be flavoring some of our spells to be Elder Scrolls Z, but we're going to be using straight up Dungeons and Dragons rules. We're going to have fun. I want to introduce everyone at the table. Should I introduce you? Should you introduce yourself?
I'm not going to
You should do it. You should do it.
Hi. I'm Laura Bailey. I'm here tonight to play a game. Are we supposed to introduce our character?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm not Laura Bailey. I'm Evan Michael Lee. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. Please say the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm Matthew Mercer. That's all I got.
I'm Luis Carrazzo.
Oh, okay.
Now him, I know. Okay, I think maybe she's been on it. I gotta recheck. I know he's been on it as he was. Oh, the guy from the Enchanted Road.
Is that my camera? Hi, hello. I'm Jasmine Boular, also known as that bronze girl.
Guys, this is why we got into the creative arts, to hide behind make-believe people. So, let's get into it. Let's get into Tamriel and see what the hell is going to happen here. I am excited. Thank you for joining me here in Nirn.
Take a look at their characters. There is a bit of problem with probably with composition.
The chapters of this world of Nirn are long and lingering. It is only of the recent ages that anything...
Of course, I always do the full recap and stuff, or introduction, I should say.
definitive can be known, but that doesn't stop scholars from pondering the great tapestry of the Mundus, the weave of existence. from out of the mystery of nothingness sprang Anu and Padme, order and chaos, life and light, entropy and darkness. From that earliest miasma of contradiction sprang the foremost of divinities, great Akatosh, the dragon god of time, as well as Lorcan, who gave his eternal life to ensure the creation of the very fabric of reality that mortals are familiar with today. Many divines there were. Many helped to shepherd our world, while others instead did spurn it. Some of the great Daedric princes chose the chaos of oblivion beyond the edges of this mortal coil.
And I had to watch it. I had to actually look some stuff up.
Through forgotten eras unto this very day, the Aedra shower their benevolence upon us, while the Daedra ever cast their shadows. While we, children of Nirn, in all the lands of Tamriel and beyond, live out our lives in the current of this ceaseless, churning river, building our history one stone at a time through the ages. This is one such an age, the Second Age, to be precise. Welcome, inquisitive minds, to Tamriel in the year 582. It is a moment in history of great uncertainty. Invasions from distant shores and the central imperial government's fall into chaos has plunged these lands into war, ushering in the rise of three great alliances: the Daggerfell Covenant to the west, the Altmiri Dominion to the south, and the Ebonheart Pact of the lands to the north and east, all ringed about the imperial heart of Tamriel like a crown, waging war against a broken throne and each other. This is the Three Banners War. And yet, despite the clash of kingdoms in Tamriel, the Et Ada, those great spirits above and below, still chase their private ends. So too do many a mortal, spreading their way through the chaos of the age, having no taste for the squabbling of nation-states. And thus, with my Nirnian preamble out of the way, we come to U5. The battle for the throne consumes this land, but many have no appetite for that sort of power. Some are more interested in esoterica, individual ambition, knowledge, which is why this quartet of arcane practitioners and their deadly Nightblade colleague fit in so well amongst the ranks of the Mages Guild. Scattered across Tamriel, guild members manage to remain mostly neutral in this conflict, providing services to the people while furthering the guild's and your own search for greater understanding of the magic that this world breathes. You've built up quite a reputation for yourselves as well. The guild knows that when something needs to be acquired, U5 will acquire it, risk and peril be damned. And that is why, a week ago, High Mage Velast, the Mage Guild's master of Incunabula herself, tasked you with retrieving an artifact thought to perhaps only be a myth. Velast's scribes found new mention of Mora's Veil. Few even know of it. Mora's Veil is a mystery, a rumor, an artifact believed to point the way to an even deeper mystery. The Grimorix Nimular, an ancient grimoire of deep esoteric significance, one of the black books of the Daedric Prince of hidden knowledge and memory, Hermaeus Mora, writ with the secrets of Apocrypha, a tome that many would kill for, or worse. Good news is you did it.
Yay!
In the mountains that divide the Cyrodiil Empire, mountains between the Empire and Morrowind, you plumbed the depths of a cursed ruin, and there, as the scribes indeed had conjectured, this strange object lay in slumber there, forgotten to time. And now you are quite certain you have Mora's Veil, or or you had it. The bad news is you got fucking ambushed on the way out. And now you're here, totally fucked, bound in dark iron chains, suspended upside down, your belongings, and of course, the artifact laid splayed out before you, out of reach, and you, potentially, out of hope. Welcome to the Elder Scrolls.
Hey, clap, we're in chains.
I'm shocked no one did that.
You slowly
Awaken, hanging over a runic circle in this dark dungeon-like room. The one thing they start noticing with it is there is a Daedric in the room. Keep in mind, like when I started writing, I had to watch some parts, and between the parts, I was able to get more informed and stuff. So if I don't use right fictional grammar, forgive me. And they see that, and is in the room and is currently examining the veil. And then another Daedric enters. I also
falling kind of partway in front of
I'll
his,
also be
Dunmer
letting them
dark
introduce their characters.
Face, his piercing red eyes, wide with a combination of genuine curiosity as well as a hint of fear and confusion.
Oh God!
You see a somewhat portly, strong-looking Dunmer, kind of a well-kept silvered beard on his chin, bright red eyes, and it's probably quite sweaty at this point. The blood is rushing to his head, and his eyes are starting to get a little puffy.
gives you another little push. Norovix, you're getting ahead of yourself. I need them fresh.
Okay, that's one of the Daedrics.
The one at the table speaks up.
So Daedrix is the second one.
Oh, I'm not gonna kill them. Not yet. But a little bleeding is fine. We're going into...
To black region. The one at the table starts using a spell to try to identify or gain knowledge of what this how to use this artifact. Let's lead this to. Nope, quite.
His face in that moment ripples and changes entirely to a thin, pale, shave-headed Breton figure that you recognize as one of the last scribes who you have spent weeks, months with conversing in the libraries back in Mournhold. So many conversations in the sacks, huh? Up to that point, Talador, who is a Breton, his dark hair and tan skin, and he wears these robes that are very trench coat-like, black robes with gold trim, and his mahogany eyes have scarlet flecks, and they've been focused on the writing underneath us. I think at this point I've gathered that this ritual is meant to use our blood for something. I am now trying to assess, if I can, if I recognize any of the runes, and if I can tell how long it would take for this incantation to take. It's absolutely interrupted with this encounter. My eyes go right up to his, and I see him turn into someone familiar to me. Huh.
Has it always been you, or did you take him from me and take his form?
Those features ripple away, and you see again this leering blue face again, and his hand lands on your cheek. He just palms your head and swings you back and forth.
Of course, he leaves up.
I try to maintain as much eye contact with him as I swing.
He has moved on. The figure at center was called Zivaron.
Is there one? And mentions, is the venom ready? Which is kind of a very honest statement given the situation.
It's no concern of ours. Zivaron, again, is moving his hands through the air and placing runes in different positions in front of Mora's veil, and then wipes his hands away and pulls back a little bit in surprise from that. The thing starts to pulse and glow through all those holes in the latticework. Green light starts to radiate gently out of it, and he looks consternated and confused.
So got 3 intros to go to.
Why are you bothering with that now? Gonna be late. You just want to get to your fun with this lot. Give me a minute, I almost have it. I think we can fetch you a pet soon enough. Big guy looks bored and wanders over to you, Priscine. I almost feel sorry for this one. He runs fingers into your blonde hair.
Oh, no.
Lifts it and lets it fall. Dainty little wisp of a thing. I'm sure. Are you wishing you'd stuck to the dappled streets of Somerset, didn't you?
Actually, this is quite fun, considering where I started.
Oh, dear Lord.
Where did you start, little elf girl?
Oh, that's a callback.
Where most do, in a home. You know, I've tried that incantation already on the scroll, in the veil. It doesn't work.
You can see a ray drop on the side of that figure's face over at the item.
Oh.
Ignores you. Can you give us, at the table, a little bit of a picture?
Oh, sure. I am a very slight elven Altmer. And she has slightly golden skin and very, very pale, long blonde hair that's probably hitting the ground as she's upside down. Cream robes with little bits of gold trim and sage green on it.
Zivaron in the middle continues his study. Big guy wanders over in this direction.
Drop of sweat.
But I don't know fuck all about you.
Panther.
Iron, I can...
I mean, I'm willing to deal. And you see a very lithe panther. Her eyes are big pools of amber that you want to fall into. They reek of honey. And she playfully runs her long panther tail up the chains and says, They just pay me. Come here, let's talk, let's have a chat.
Hearing this, immediately, Nishkan goes like, so quick to double-cross us!
Shut up, Nishkan. Come. And if he steps over...
Sure, I'll get a little closer.
He does? I look over his shoulder and I cast Knock on Prisine's... the manacles on her hands.
Does that apply to
There is a metallic sound. And Prisine begins to swing back and forth from the shock of it. And you see, as she awkwardly spins around, the hands are in a piece of metal fragment that is welded shut.
Noble Strider!
Give the table a little description of your apparel. I think is important.
Yeah. Seeing that it didn't work, you hear a jingle of several bells as Amiri kind of does a little 360 rather, kind of struggling against her own bonds. And you see the flaps of her jester garb are flopping upside down, kind of batting at her face a little bit. And as she blows them out, you also notice her little feet are in curved boots that also have bells on the tip. She doesn't wear the hat, though. She has some pride. It's navy blue and gray. It's very demure, very classy, very somber outfit.
Somber bells.
Somber bells, like grave bells.
Yeah.
He gives you a very...
We hear the requiem bell. Had to say it.
very big toothy grin right 1 inch from your face.
Please don't kill me. I'm so sorry.
Very intimidating. I wouldn't want to run into you in an alley. And he flicks one of the bells hanging off of your shoulder.
Ah, I see. That was it. Right.
Causes my scales to ripple. The sound of the bell.
Naravix, leave it. Just fucking leave it. He rubs his hands together, this ropier of the pair. He looks over at you. Not a half bad idea. And he flicks his fingers in 3 very distinct motions that you recognize that you have done similarly yourself. And you hear the artifact go like he's hit a gong. And the artifact, this cylinder of metal, begins to glow brighter and hotter. He pulls back from it, and there is a sudden warbling sound inside of your head. The brass cylinder expands, grows, all the individual holes growing larger as it expands, and then it opens like a flower. And as the noise becomes deafening inside your mind, you see what looks like a squid slide out of the cylinder, all its little tentacles glued together, and it opens, blossoms like a flower, and you hear voices, whispers in your mind. And the 2 blue figures reel back. Your head is a maelstrom of sound, and it becomes words. It becomes clear, and you hear a voice say, "He who knows has seen this day, as with every day to come, and every day now past. You too will not disturb the tides of fate, nor find your purchase in this realm." The room goes green in your vision. You see 2 worlds at once, overlapping. The chamber around you, but a green and black wasteland. You feel your body pushed through space 4 or 5 feet, floating in the air. You can still see in the chamber, which is hued green, all of your belongings and items, your book rising up into the air, the vial of potion, the artifact itself, metal instruments, these 2 Daedra individuals' hair rising into the air, and suddenly everything implodes, compacts, and you feel yourself moving through space, twisting, and are spit out in an entirely new location. You suddenly find yourself tripping forward in the light of day, disoriented, processing a sudden and dramatic change in...
Hands still bound?
Those chains were gone. You were pushed through space away, and then briefly pulled back into reality, and then shunted to a new one. You are now in the open air. You're breathing barely enough time to catch yourself from stumbling over the edge of a very high vantage point, looking out over the top of a wide and eerily beautiful fungal forest. You're perched on a massive, ruddy mushroom cap, perhaps not the tallest of the looming sentinels of this place, but damn near it. The sun is slightly muted here.
There is also ash in the air. It was a distant volcano, as you can sort of see right there. They identify themselves as in the Vardenfell, I think. They also see here clinging as they see what was also teleported, the vial of whatever toxin that they was apparently so important to these to those two eldritch creatures about to fall off the mushroom.
And grab the tail to prevent our friend from going over the edge.
Talk about this. It's not his first time.
First roll. Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's a 12 plus 9, 21.
You do feel yourself sliding off, and though it's annoying, your tail goes caught, and you catch it after it falls like 7 inches off the edge. And you're looking down probably 150 feet or so from where you are, down to more all manner of fungal growth. This creature, this green squid is not the right word. It has one central eye and multiple arms floating out of it. It's small. There are little eyes peppering its body, and you can see as it floats down in front of your face that there is thin bands of rune work coiling around its tendrils. And it speaks to you in your mind. All of you here, but its eye is right by yours. Greetings, mortals. I am called Quelatridis, a Verilium Otronog... Well, maybe call me Quill.
Quill, yes, we
I've
will.
been at slumber for the better part of an age. It is good to stretch my arms again. And those little octopus-like arms expand and stretch. It floats over in front of you. You are called Niskan.
Yes, quite. You hail from the Apocrypha?
I have not been there for quite some time. I have been at rest.
Please tell me more. And he pulls a book out from his minutes out of his ropes and starts taking notes.
You bear the mark of the great eye. Praise his wisdom. As always, the Prince of Fate pulls at threads his enemies are blind to.
Right. How do you spell your name again? Where are you going?
We are not safe. These Xivilie I have pulled us from, they will not stop.
I love that little legend. Wait, what? As he says, not safe here. He mentions how Hermaeus Mora has hidden fragments of his deepest knowledge across the face of whatever the thing's called. The hunters that they just left, as it is referred to, just almost got the Nimlor, a Daedric artifact. A black book of the Great Eye. However, there is seal and lock, and there's only one entity knows the enchantment to unseal. Quill. Oh, the little creature that now accompanies them. It can bring the tome can bring you to Apocrypha. This book has recently been unearthed. The Xivilie, and Xivilie being Daedra, who are not bound to one of the Daedric lords. I guess freelance. They're basically freelance spirits. And they talk about how the Grimorix is held. This book, the Grimorix, is held northwest by a. He speaks of the Grimorix being held in the northwest of there by a warrior woman in a great grey army. Quill identifies himself as a watchling. Its duty to protect the Grimorix. In a sense, and also as it being the true form. Quill also identifies as being the true form of the Veil. They keep more discussing. And they try to also figure out where there are. Apparently, this is Niskin's homeland.
Yes,
Rough neighborhood.
Judge, this is the outskirts.
I have read the minds of your captors.
Do they think I'm cute? I got a sense that the big laugh.
You can tell me.
Step away from
That one seemed pretty easy.
Fair.
But that's not a no.
The twin Xivilie, the Xivilie twins are meant to exchange this toxin, whatever it is, for the Grimorix. Pristine suggests that they should bring Quill to the guild. But because they needed to figure out what to do. Like, should they get more help, or do they continue on? They mentioned how Hermaeus Mora is a Daedric prince of fate and secret knowledge. Books and tomes created by him are very rare.
They are rare artifacts hidden in the mortal world by Hermaeus.
I'm already walking to a northwestern direction. Are you coming? Because if not, you'll get eaten.
I follow him. He knows the area.
Well, you're 120, 130 feet in the sky. Does that mean you will come with me?
They do agree to come with him, and Quill starts teleporting them again. And so here we go again.
Bends around you. You shrink in again. You are standing in utter darkness.
I cough up a hairball.
No. Is there a calmer way of traveling?
Let's do it the second time.
You can see all those runes along Quill's tendrils and body fade.
They're now in a cave. Not just some like natural fully like one not one like full nature, but one full of these barrels. So clearly, this is not it's this clearly unoccupied by some form of intelligent life. Well, that's
Well, first of wine.
Oh.
More.
10. It smells.
she chased the what's in.
Well, first of wine.
Oh.
More.
There is a big wide stopper in it. If you want to have at it a bit, you can
You
pry
don't
it
have to
open.
tongue the hole, you know. You have
Put my water flask. Dump the water out of my water flask.
And you fill your flask with wine.
Mm-hmm.
If you're feeling a bit green around the gills,
My tongue slams over there, and I just lick the rim.
Yeah, I don't think they. I guess where the heck was his introduction?
Oh my goodness!
I think he's the wizard, or was she the? I know they only have one melee. I'll have to go back. Take a look at the thumbnail. The characters will be on there.
Eric's, will you make a nature?
There's another smell, not just of wine, but of blood. Probably shouldn't have partaken so soon.
you know, Quill didn't mention vampires.
Yes. This poison was meant for a vampire to use against a vampire. If I
you drink
recall that.
blood.
The
The
toxin.
metal does feel like silver.
One of the Xivilie mentioned vampire.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
I heard vampire.
Yes, you did.
I knew that.
You were upside down with a head rush full of blood.
Yeah,
To be fair.
Khajiit love drinking blood. It's important part of our diet.
Really?
So we could poison them. Take some of this wine, and we can poison the vampire.
Putting it together for my zine.
Yes. My colleague's thirst for knowledge is insatiable. Quill is here, yes? Quill, and I'll reference the vial of
You
poison.
feel this on your face.
Oof.
Okay. I close my eyes. This is not research. This is not research. Are we alone here? You've taken us here. You knew where you were taking.
After talking about, you said it would be near, and Quill does confirm that the Grimorix is near. There, and they start heading further into in one direction of the cave to try to indicated by Quill, who can still sense the Grimorix. Pristine, while going on, ends up casting false life on herself because they don't know what's in the cave except that they'll likely encounter vampires. So every little bit helps in a very squishy party.
Just in case.
I see you activate that magic, and I start to do the same. And you see, so it's almost as if energy pulls from the ground and into my body, and then bursts out of me for a second, and then right back in. I'm activating a number of things.
Yes!
So I am activating Daedric Refuge as well as Hardened Ward, and the two people closest to me, which I'm just going to say are the two closest to me at the table. So, Amiri Nishkan, you feel almost like a protective barrier gather around you and then be absorbed by you as you each gain 5 actual hit points. Aid.
Oh.
And this like shimmering green light starts to almost dance around me, and every couple seconds you see it pulse like a barrier. I've activated Aid, I've activated False Life as well, and I've activated a ward, a protective ward in addition to that.
We love magical flavor in this house.
I got 10 temporary hit points.
10. Alright.
Operation of this kind of Nishkan is like automatically started taking a few steps to follow the strange squid entity as it goes away. He stops himself and hears the various mutterings of incantations. Yes, preparations. I nearly forgot. Pardon me, Quill. And reaches within and pulls out his own, like this heavy tome that he carries, kind of like lashed and chained to his side. It's up with all manner of arcane runes between, and you can see like a faint greenish glow that even faintly matches elements of the coloration of what was briefly pulled from that sigil circle in the middle of that chamber. As he does, you watch as the runic symbols seem to flash and send these waves of strange, almost like a milky green arcane power that then begins to swirl around his body, forming what would be a fate-woven armor that surrounds his body, both giving him an AC boost and some temporary hit points.
Don't forget your zine.
Picks it off the ground. That's what I'm thinking of calling it. It's more of a leaflet, you know. The publishing costs are expensive, so...
I think I just, Amiri puts her hands on her shoulders and kind of just does a little shimmy, casting mage armor. And while she does, she pulls at the cords at her waist to pull down her jester's ruff so that the bells at the edges kind of sit close and don't jingle as she walks.
Full pressed to the cloth. Excellent. So we're following Quill,
the watchling,
as they float
through. They're.
They continue on and reach a cavern. Within it is a keep, with lights and stuff. And that from inside and out for it has a magma moat. And all around the keep and cavern, about 70-80 cloaked people. So now's the time to definitely use stealth. So,
just above that wall. You're very far away. It's low chances, maybe, of being spotted, but you are quite unprotected in plain sight if someone is looking in the right way.
Can we crouch below the wall?
Yeah, let's do a group stealth check, guys.
This guy's like looking through his book.
Oh, does anyone have pass first trays?
You're a little late for that now.
It is too bad. It's too bad.
I got a 19. What did everyone else get?
A 19.
Hey!
11.
9.
Oh.
8.
Oh.
Way up here, DC I was looking for is 10, so that 11. Phew, just put you over.
Wow.
Wow. You guys bend down low and begin to crouched over, move slowly along. Quill is leading the way. You watch as the runes dim a little bit. Bats flying by maybe 100 feet out over this cavern.
Tanador, I say to your butt as you're crawling in front of me. What? How does it feel to know you were betrayed by someone that you were very close to?
How do you think it feels?
Terrible.
Go in the gut.
Somewhere around there, yes.
Oh, okay. No, just making sure you're all right.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Yep. You better.
Do that one more time. That does feel better.
5 minutes go by, 10 minutes. You slowly make your way along, and you are again seeing what looks like elements of an army down in this place. And the place looks ancient. Must have been here for centuries, just going by this low stone wall up here alone. Eventually, Quill floats their way to the passage. This walkway continues, but Quill turns and starts moving up a gentle slope up into the ceiling.
Are we there yet, Quill?
Oops, that was not supposed to go on. Might as well get to the next one.
Forever.
It's still a bit farther yet. Sorry.
How far?
I don't know the metric system.
Okay, fair. That's fair. I'll just... Okay.
Which is funny, considering my accent. But
Do you understand minutes?
Yes, you know time. You probably don't. You probably don't understand time.
time is a very funny thing.
It is.
Okay. They do see someone turn into a bat, so it is confirmed that at least some of the people down below are vampires.
Let's not become a barrel.
Right, that's it. Yeah,
Well,
that's one way to put it.
Sure, that's putting it mildly.
I've rendered myself inedible.
How so? And can you do that to me?
Yes.
Darling, I'm so full of skooma. If they ate me, they don't have the
Is
tolerance.
skooma contagious?
Everybody do skooma right now.
Just look over and proceed like, oh, that certainly explains the
Wait. Did you guys go on our adventures sober?
I had some of the wine.
Well, we're taking notes.
I don't know how you survived the upside down.
I don't know
being
how we
bled
survive
alive.
with you if you're not.
You always gotta have a little Lucy in your goosey.
This is you, Lucy Goosey?
Yes, that's a title.
where is it, Quill?
Quill, you can just see the dimmest little bit of light
disappearing
around.
around.
No.
Right,
Right,
I glug glug and climb up after him.
What did you glug glug?
my skooma.
Awesome.
I literally go
Oh!
Wait, I want to. I
Climb up.
share.
with a weird deftness.
I grab these two and I bolt teleport us up to where Quill is.
What do you do?
I teleport us up to where
You
Quill
teleport?
is. Yes.
How?
Are you misty stepping? Are you
No, I did a bolt escape.
a bolt escape? Tell me about it.
So what I did was I grabbed the two of them because I see that Quill is getting away from us, and then as he's getting further and further away, or they're getting further and further away, they're getting dimmer and dimmer, and we don't want to get lost behind. He's being very cryptic right now, but I'm going to trust him because you seem to trust him.
Oh, totally. Entirely trustworthy.
So I grab these two, and I energy around us, and it's lightning and lightning and lightning and lightning.
How?
Bam! And we're right eye to eye with Quill.
So they use that Misty Step.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
I was looking for you. Keep up.
Okay. You're leaving us behind.
Stalagmite and stalactite.
But it is dark in here. And there is a big drop off in front of you. But there are, let's see if I can remember the right word. Stalagmites?
Stalagmite and stalactite.
Stalactites are top.
Right. I wanted the mites.
Yes, mites are.
You're right. 50-50 chance.
Yeah. As Stephen Colbert taught me.
Tight top.
Embarrassingly.
So this is a
Fairly large chamber, and it is dark before you, except for where, and you're glowing a little bit, aren't you?
Am I glowing?
From your stuff?
Oh, there's like a shimmer on occasion. Just a little pulse of it.
So
Like that, you
between
can see the
Quill,
barrier.
unless someone does something else, between Quill and you, there is dim light here, and you can see almost pillars or these stalagmites. The ledge that you walk up to just drops away, but there are a series of stalagmites reaching up out of the dark in front of you, and Quill just starts floating over them. And curves off to the right.
How far does it go before?
Quill gets...
Proceeding, it tries to jump with a pickaxe to catch her, but it fails. But thankfully, Caldor goes to cast Fly on himself and proceed. And
Thank you. Quill floats down. It's funny that you didn't do that earlier.
Well, I'm trying to save my resources because there's vampires here.
Now that you've spent them, can you carry us across, please?
Uppies.
Take him.
Matt, I'm giving you, I don't know why, I'm giving you inspiration for uppies.
I fly over and I try to carry you. I'm very weak.
I'm very heavy.
Okay,
Just
so
hold on to me.
this block of text is gone. Little by little, you guys float your team over, and for the most part, this does look walkable, but even beyond that first jump, there is one that is even longer that probably would have murdered you. So, luckily, you're casters.
Saved it.
And if we want the mechanics of it, it was a twin spell, fly, which is why it was 2 targets.
yeah, it's because these are so sort. Oh. I tell you, I'm gonna cast rock on rock and draw. Oh, now I'm sorry. That was supposed to be a light. Sorry, it casts a light on to eliminate one of the rocks and drops it down to see it. Not sure why you want to do that when you're doing a stealth mission.
I just want to see.
It falls very fast. You mean down?
Yeah, down where we
where
would
you
have
just
fallen
crossed.
if.
It's like 10 feet.
I think we found the bottom.
That's what I'm waiting for.
It's like nice.
How many of you know the reference?
Yeah.
It's closer to 80.
Okay. Just curious to see if there's anything kept. Moving on.
As you glide back to rejoin the...
Somehow went unnoticed.
You do the light trick.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up another pebble.
Do a where you're doing?
A light trick down this.
Oh, I see.
So we can see what it was that
I
we
see.
would have.
Yeah. Oh, this sounds bad, but I will throw this lit pebble down this creature's home.
Falls and bounces off of a bit of stone jutting out, and then sort of plinkos its way down and falls to rest. And you see light play shadows all about it down there. You don't see anything.
Do we hear anything?
You can make a perception check.
My little eyes are following the light rock like it's a laser.
Do you have the urge to jump?
Just like dilated. See the claws like kind of perched
Make
on
sure
the
she
side.
doesn't jump.
Yes.
All right.
That's a 15 perception.
It is dead silent in here.
Okay.
Except for Niskon using a spray bottle.
Conveniently happy.
Grimoire on one side. I was ready for this time.
It's not the first time.
Probably for that.
They go and they keep going along and find a smaller cavern with just a tower in the center. Pristine briefly thinks she can hear music and singing, like lightly, softly in the distance. Lightly, softly, but no one else can. They are currently in the back of this chamber. We found out that Mary follows the Skuna cat. I assume that's some sort of Daedric entity or something that I actually don't know. I can't be a fan of everything.
To it because I'm a little drunk. But my thought is,
Closes his grimoire and hides it in the
he knows that she knows that he has something with a danger.
All right. They're not listening. Continue.
my thought is, if I give you this vial, maybe you can parlay on behalf of the Daedra you serve with these that
to get the Grimorix.
What were we talking about?
We'll figure it out when we get there. And he takes the vial from your hand. Trust me.
Amiri trusts you.
How drunk are you?
Whoa!
What are you?
What are you looking?
What is a skooma cat?
The skooma cat shows us that in order to see the light in ourselves, we have to embrace the shadow.
Two little tendril palms go on the side of the eyeballs. Oh.
What are we doing?
Well,
They can start hearing voices. Now that they keep going on, they can start hearing voices. 1, 2, 3, 6.
quietly singing to herself. Now you hear a voice. It's not like singing out, but you hear a woman's voice just sort of quietly singing to herself. Little crow, wind doth blow. Sounds kind of bored. As the winter takes its tide, stay your course. Shit.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Then yes.
Hail the helm, Lord, hail the windstorm, wet your blade, the sheep will be as you're rising just to the top of those stairs and can now see the ground in this place, and you see more of this old stonework and statues ringing in the entire place. You see a figure in a split second, all in white rags and pelts or furs, like in a squat position almost, with a spear there. But don't worry, because as soon as you guys step up, and that 5 causes a little stone pebble on the stairs to go, that figure stands and turns, and you see a woman, a Nord, with sort of white blonde, I want to say like Arctic punk mullet, spear in hand, and the spear instantly goes
Pointing forward, and she
turns her head.
Father. And there's a big
Lumping pile of like brown fur on the ground past her, and an old dad bod man sits up with like a half a head of white hair, and he's wearing what looks like maybe it's bear fur. He's got like a big cloak on, but there's no shirt on underneath, so he's just got this big belly, and he stands up. Who the hell are these milk drinkers?
Oh.
Not another
One says, I think the father there says, "Don't like it, don't smell right."
She, the woman, is slowly, while eyeing you, pacing a little bit like a panther. With one eye on you, she moves towards the back, and she stands.
Everybody wants to walk. You can't fake it. But, you know.
In front of a stone slab that you are only just noticing as she walks back. And there is what looks like it looked like just a pile of rags at first. But you can see that she is backing up and standing by a thick, ratty old tome that is...
The woman, so that tome that she guards is the Grimorix. They are, in fact, in Blackreach. That's also it, and...
Slowly, Niskaon reaches into his pocket and pulls out the vial and just kind of holds it in his palm and says, "We happen to be in the market for a whimwire."
Thank you, Elmer.
Inspiration back.
Oh boy.
You suddenly hear at the base of the stairs the sound of wings. When you look back behind you at the base of the stairs now, you see a small, I wanted to say elfin, but that means something else in a fantasy world. A smaller woman with hair, jet black hair that is somewhere between pixie cut and a Caesar, with a cloak.
And this woman comes and says, "Xivilie would not." The Xivilie would. I'll use the accent. Xivilie would not work with cattle. But then they show her the vial one.
Brenya, Gerda, now. She, in a streak of shadow, just leaves a trail of darkness behind her, and she is at you, in your face, claw out. She's gonna attack you.
Uh-oh.
We have to fight a vampire!
Come eventually. She moves unnaturally fast. That is, does a, where is it? Does a 24 hit?
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Oh, I feel like we should have given ourselves
armor of some sort.
We're fine.
R.A.C., did you give yourself any armor?
Magically.
I have all of this activated.
So, she streaks forward faster than anyone you've seen move in a barrage of shadow as she comes right into your face, and her blade is off of her back, and she slashes out, and you feel the tip of it cut right over the shoulder, and you stumble backwards as she tries to press and go for a second attack. Her arm is moving blindingly fast, but it strikes stone as you stumble backward a few feet. I think we have to roll for initiative now, you guys.
Uh-oh.
I think we have to roll for initiative.
Oh my gosh!
What is this?
She get damage from that attack?
Yes, 10.
Ooh.
10.
Oh man.
She is a finely crafted longsword
Wait,
in
you
hand.
need low hit points.
Oh shit. Oh wait.
Whoa.
Boom. 10.
Yikes.
Supply changes.
Boom. Yikes.
Rolling down
Okay.
the center.
Did anyone get higher than a 20 on their initiative? Okay. Amiri.
Let's go, Kashi. I'd say it's all you.
15 to 20.
18.
15.
Okay. So that is Pristine and Arox. Okay. Getting my marching order. Alright. Where were we? 10 to 15?
10 to 15?
13.
12!
Oh! Okay. And, you're the 12? Okay. I'm the cleric. Alright. And wow.
We have to fight a bear,
There's
a
three.
warrior,
There's
and
three
a
of them.
vampire. A bear dad.
Bear dad, yeah.
Okay.
Bear dad.
So, you see this small vampire
Goes in, strikes for 14 piercing. But the vampire strikes for strikes for 14 piercing, but fails to trip up. And there's a attempt to stab with an offhand as a bonus action.
Where do you go? Let's say.
Under the bed that the bear was sleeping on.
There was no bed. That was like 60 feet away from you, and he was just lying on the ground.
Okay.
He just like, "Ugh, what's going on?
Okay, in that case,
You might get a bedroll or something.
it's still, well, I do have feline agility. When I move on my turn in combat, I can double my speed. So I could dive into the pile of rags he was sleeping in.
The pile of rags was the big furry
Oh, that was
Macklemore
him?
coat that he was wearing. That he is wearing.
It was him.
My favorite adjective. He also smells like piss.
It's canon to Tamriel, guys.
Sorry.
Is the
Pristine backs away, creating distance between her and the vampire. Also, to get in range and cast Spirit Shroud.
Hold up. I gotta make sure. Wait, I gotta see how this fucking spell works, because I've never done it before. Until spell ends, any attack you make deals extra damage. When you hit a creature within 10 feet of you. Can I get within 10 feet of old daddy?
With 30 feet and he was 50 feet, you can get, I say you get like 20-ish feet away.
Fuck!
Oh my god.
Well,
Yeah, good.
it, so I shouldn't take it back.
2 more rounds for Laura's slow descent into
I
Mrs.
mean,
Doubtfire.
Laura, it is theater of the mind. If you want to like course correct because it is all invisible.
Okay.
Please do.
Then I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I am going to do something else.
Ay. It's not something else. Is ray of sickness, but is deflected.
They're very rough and tough. Brawling.
Oh, now I'm very close to him.
You say in the shit? Anything left in the gas tank? Erox, you have just had some blood splattered out of your throat.
We're a bunch of mages. We're the weakest fucks ever.
Yes.
I know, I thought it was funny too.
I'm innocent, I swear.
So I have a bunch of blood spring
Out of my throat.
Moved left.
You're like 15 feet apart.
Yes.
Everyone
Everyone
is
is
massive
spread out.
archway. It's not like a tiny doorway. It's like 20 feet wide.
I think I'm right next to you.
And I look up to you and say, anytime you want to get involved, that would be really, really helpful.
I'm very slow at the moment. You first.
Is there anything in your copywritten book that helps with this
Let me check
situation
you
that
on.
we're in
You go
right
on.
now?
And Erox goes and strikes, hits the dynamite with a breath attack. Because he is using Dragonborn stats. Not that Dragonborn. Had to clear that up.
So you roll 6-sided dice here
Boom,
3
boom, boom.
times and add it together.
Boom. One.
Oh.
One!
Is bleeding.
He coughs in his direction.
I am just like
He uses a draconic cough.
animated. Right. Bleeding out. She's got a hand on you as she presses her attack, and you vomit electrical power into her, and she just takes it and smiles.
Then just has cast Expedition Retreat to get to break the distance. The dad in rags starts having these and reveals himself to be a werewolf. After that transformation, it charges up forward, but doesn't quite get in range. Talador casts his Witch Spell for 18 in lightning. Quill starts heading for the Grimorix. The Grimorix guarded by by the woman whose name we now know to be Gerda. Whiskin uses Misty Step. Then I cast Rune Blade, which is his version of Eldritch Blast. His like a revamped Eldritch Blast, but misses. Greta also transforms into a werewolf. I did remember seeing some videos in Skyrim. I thought vampires and werewolves don't like each other in that game.
Is brandishing a spear at you and just sort of in that Street Fighter position of waiting. Which gets us to Bloodletter Sharazia.
Lovely.
When someone's name is Bloodletter.
Yes.
She's
attacks and grabs Evrox and attempts to bite. Amiri then but casts Mage's Hand.
You can certainly try.
I think she's going for
Sounds very encouraging.
The metal structure keeping the grimoire.
Oh, yeah, I thought I had it.
You're able to get there?
My hand. I cast my mage hand.
You can certainly try.
Sounds very encouraging.
Let's go. Roll high.
Would this be sleight of hand?
Attempts to open.
Younger, leaner werewolf in front of you.
I see this cat paw float. I'm like,
Memory's got it. You see the tome go.
anytime now.
I think I struggles and then it's like.
Inspiration.
The person is waiting.
This is my bonus action for my action. I'm going.
Then she takes out like a dagger or like it was like a dagger or some sort of ranged weapon, and snipes Gerda's foot. And inadvertently, weakening the stance causing her to go prone. And suddenly, I forget one action. The statues around start to break, releasing 20 werewolves. This is when I realize this is not fight they're supposed to try to keep to the finish shot. Especially since the DM tells them not to try to stand their ground. Proceeding Misty steps to book. Needs Quill to release the book from its bindings, though. Does picks up runs it to Quill. Everox casts Lightning Wave, which is aka Thunder Wave, but now electric and sound based. With innate sorcery, with the vampire and Papa, I think it was Papa Wolf being, or actually it just says werewolf. I forget which one it is. It could be one of them. Pushed back. Here Papa Wolf attacks Christine, who manages to shield herself from it. Teledor teleports to Pristine. Niskin runs to join the group. There's a use of Awakened Mind Clairvoyant. Awakened Mind Clairvoyant Combatant on Papa. I forget what that does. Like what that's really gonna.
Nervously. That's the one. Green energy pouring out of the eyes, like, black and green bits of space kind of bending around his shoulders and his face. You watch, the energy kind of glow off of Quill as well in proximity, as you watch black tendrils almost seem to, curl out of the pages. I'm going to go ahead and drop
I'm also giving you your inspiration back for that comedic timing.
To cast Fate Carver against him, which is a blight-like spell against the target. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
This is against Brynjar again?
Oh,
Correct.
Brynjar.
He rocks
That's
it. He gets a 21.
21, okay. Well, he still takes half damage.
Okay.
Half damage.
Okay. 21 points.
21
of
points.
damage. I didn't roll the full 8d4, I just rolled 48.
Okay. Okay, cool. It is a... how does that strike him again? Give me the...
Yeah, sorry. So for this one, the Fate Carver, you watch as he's kind of pouring these odd kind of runic elements seem to pour out of the strange vacuous tears in space around him as they begin to gather in the front of him, this like swirling of a pulsing cylinder of odd glyphs and sigils. Then he like wraps his hand around it, holds it forward, and then hammers it into him like a massive beam of just strange esoteric power.
His fur... Okay.
Which takes half movement to stand.
She herniated her disc when I...
She didn't stretch this morning.
Like
Got it.
that
So,
type of fall?
Yeah,
Do yoga. You gotta do it.
she she pushes herself up in the same way. She looks. You see the wolfen face look towards the spear, but then just forget it and begins to lope towards you.
Okay. Well, the vampire ended up doing another shadow streak to Wretched. Attacks Talador, who shields. But when it hits upon hitting the shield, though, the strike is redirected toward Quill, and like, oh god, no.
And she flashes it, and you see as the blade comes down on Quill.
Baby!
What do I have? I don't have.
Don't you do it! You vampire bitch!
Playing something that would do something in this moment.
Are you getting a paladin?
I'm getting like
phantom
fighter.
Yeah.
The blade,
interception.
The blade cuts and strikes at the base of one of Quill's tentacles, and it comes almost completely off. You see as it flaps and hangs lamely, and Quill sinks like 2 feet down close to the ground, and you hear an unintelligible alien warbling in all of your minds at that moment. That gets us to you, Amiri.
Yes.
Amir,
Okay.
Amir ends up shooting the vial, which is currently being while they're splattering it over the vampire. It glows gold where the splatter hits.
$10d12 radiant damage.
Wow.
For 59. It splatters her body, and it takes a split second before it registers, and then it immediately starts sinking into her face, which starts to implode, cave in. You can see the inside of her brain, her skull, as that erodes. The whole body starts to crumple over, and in about 5.5 seconds, there is a pile of smoking clothes on the ground and dust going. Bloodletter is no more.
Yes.
As the dust settles, with a preternatural speed, Amiri is just there. Like, as the dust falls, I'm just there.
Fast as a vampire, Amiri is there. As soon as you get there, Quill, who is shaking and the runes are flaring in strange ways, who has been holding their action, rises up into the air, and you all can feel yourself sort of getting lifted off the ground a couple of inches. Okay, we're going, but it feels wrong. You hear a cry, again alien and unintelligible, from Quill. And you are tumbling down a snowy mountainside, alternating view of eating snow and seeing the bright blue sky. You wonder which mountain in Skyrim this must be. You wonder if it's the throat of the world. You don't know. You slam into a large boulder on the way down. 2d6 bludgeoning damage, please.
Across the board.
Do I still have shield up?
Nah.
No. We have to roll for our own damage?
Yes.
7.
Crap.
You all slam hard. The wind gets knocked out of you.
Highest roll I've
You get ripped out of this snowy mountain hill and splash messily into a majestic fountain in an immaculate open square, instantly drenched. Gorgeous, magical colored lanterns drift about you, and the air is fragrant, and there's the sound of laughter and chatter, which turns into gasps. An afternoon festival of some kind. Pristine, you have a split second to recognize that you are sopping wet in the center of the majestic Altmer city of Alinor in the Somerset Isles before an older elf just outside the fountain sputters, "What in known is this?" You are ripped from this reality, and now your wet bodies land in sand. It sticks to you immediately in all the worst uncomfortable ways, and you are buffeted by a hot, gritty wind which kicks drafts up along. You're looking out at many, many blowing dunes. In the distance, you can see the minarets of a city or a ruin, you're not sure. At the sound of you all sputtering in the sand, 5 to 6, maybe sheep-sized scorpions go... You're ripped away again. Now you're indoors, immediately overwhelmed by the thick smell of dairy, lying awkwardly on cheese wheels. You're in some sort of large pantry of storage room, a big one. There's a few red banners hanging on the walls displaying the familiar diamond crest of the Cyrodiil Empire, and just mountains and mountains of... Who needs to stockpile this much? You are surrounded by fog, mist, rapid, wind-blown mist. Your stomach roils and seems to rise almost out of your gullet, and you realize you're falling fast. You're blind in this fog. You spin your arms trying to get your bearing, making sense of what is happening. Find anything to grasp onto. The fog ends. You are dropping out of a cloud, free falling thousands of feet above Tamriel, a gold and green and ruddy landscape far, far below. And that's where we'll take our break.
Cast fly again!
It'll make a difference. It's important for me to note that rock that we hit in the Somerset Isles took 20 points of cold damage.
Oh.
The whole, the fountain goes... There's an old man going, what in the hell is this?
That's all.
Oh, man. Don't make me choose.
All right, we're going to take a little time, get a little water, use the loo, and watch these guys hit the ground, I think. See you in a minute.
And when they return, Mary said that no, that wasn't the right spot. They're still for free, of course. They can't spot Quill. He is missing. A Talador twins a fly spell. So everyone is attempting to hold hands there. Above one of them spots Quill falling above, unconscious. Another one spots 100 feet off to the side. I forget what side. They just see a dragon flying by.
Minding its own business, having its own day. and both of your eyes go wide, and then you see this.
As a blue dragon in the distance, just it's taking its time, leisurely heading this way.
Heading towards us.
Yeah.
Oh.
You two
Looks scary.
Yes.
Go.
And I rocket up
Yes.
to try to reach Quill.
Okay, you're going to Quill. Okay.
He's getting all onto me.
Okay.
Or like, like climbing on your shoulders and making it difficult.
Just not my face.
All right, so you're up. Tell me what this group is doing again.
I'm trying to pull Nishkan up, and he's just like, you know how when you're trying to save somebody from drowning and they start to drown you? Just
Yeah.
the sky.
And I'm holding on to Christine as she clutches the.
Harold!
as she clutches
You're so strong!
You're
so strong!
No, I'm not that strong!
Trying not to drop the book at the
There
same
is-
time as trying to save
Can
you.
you read my mind?
There's already been so much strong downward momentum that you are definitely slowing the descent, but not by that much. You call out that you see Quill, and these two are going like.
I'm going to cast Shadow Cloak, which I think is invisibility. While holding Quill. Do protect them from the dragon. It will do nothing to protect them from the fall. Oh wait. Actually, wait. Is the Shadow Cloak... Actually, wait, hang on, I forget. Shadow Cloak may actually be a teleportation thing or something, I forget. But she prepares to sneak attack to blind. Dragon can't eat you if he can't see you. Hopefully.
My goodness. So you're there like 20 seconds before the dragon comes. So you fly down invisible, see this thing's head growing as large as a Honda as it comes towards you. And you are just waiting to, as it comes.
Yeah, just blind it. I'm pulling a Mandalorian.
I love it. I love it.
One dagger and a dream.
Okay.
We're in this dream too, though. It's not a nightmare from our
What
perspective.
else do I do to you guys?
Do we know you're there?
I'll pop out of stealth as I do it.
But you're invisible. Are you uninvisibling as you
Oh
approach?
yeah, greater invisibility.
Yeah.
You can do things, and
You also have a voice.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I thought the dragon was going for the little guy. And that's why I thought hiding him. But now I'm realizing the dragon was going for you guys.
I see what's happening.
He's just really... Yeah, see, because out of all the targets, you three thought, oh god, he must have saw the littlest thing, the littlest target there.
Yeah.
Is he just nonchalantly just starting to open his mouth, like how a whale eats krill?
He is not. I will.
The dragon seems more confused right now. And someone drops the book. Which book? Oh, cool. Oh, sorry. The Grimorix to help say. And this can then Mage hands to spike the book to Pristine. As they're going through, the dragon just blasts through their group, just zooms in the middle of them.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's about right.
Oh boy.
What'd you get? 16.
A 1?
20, no, 21.
21.
18.
18.
6.
Okay.
4.
4.
16.
That's right. We're like, we know.
Luck, hope, goodwill, determination. Everyone who rolled 15, 16 higher, you curl yourself into a ball and just pray for the best and feel yourself sort of spin in place, but stay where you are. But these two guys, you get knocked
Away from each
by
other.
the blast in 2 directions. We've been this is like a minute.
They just a billiard balls.
She's got the book.
No! Still see Quill!
You got the book. You see Quill is now again, wind resistance on this little body is moving 20
the one
feet
that was
away.
still close. It's only 20 feet away?
20 feet away.
Misty Step! Quill!
2 Quill?
Yes.
With the book?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you, hero. You are double elbowing this pair of arcane twinsies.
And falling.
And falling.
Reading the book together.
And falling. You're flying and invisible. You right yourself. You went on an angle and are now about 60, 70, 80 feet away from the group.
I'm fine.
You are two in the opposite direction. You are flying. You catch yourself, but you two are spread from the group. These two are going to die. What's up?
I reach for Nishkan, and I'm gonna try to spin around and fly back towards him and grab.
He's trying to reach out.
23. Maddox check to catch him and hold.
Not this one. Nat 20.
Yes.
Thank you for the
glory. Yes. So you streak back towards Niscan. Your hands reach out. You see him and are like, hands clasping. You guys kind of go boom and spin like helicopter rotors for a second. And then you're kind of falling again, but you are pulling against it, and at least you're not going on an insane trajectory, and you are slowing it. You guys are not with the group.
I have wrapped my arms and legs around you, and like you hear, and you're like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you also feel a little bit of dampness around there.
The dragon is like 400 or 500 feet away, and it is
turning. The dragon is turning around to come around again. Talzar tries to get back to the group. Christine casts life transference.
I need you to roll that for me for reasons.
Oh no.
For reasons.
Oh no. Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Off yourself.
Yes.
And then, yes.
And they get double that, I think.
I need you to roll that for me for reasons.
Oh no.
For reasons.
Oh no. Okay, I will. Fine, I will roll it. Watch it be the best roll I've had.
We
Oh,
just need
yeah.
out. We really just need one hit.
Well,
of course it's
this
gonna
is
be
all I
I know,
have.
I'm with you. This is all I have.
This is what
The universe knows all we
No,
need.
no, that's fine. 4, 10, 12.
Okay.
12.
So 12 to Quill. Are
12, no, off of me.
Off of you.
And then they get 24.
Oh, my goodness. You transfer your life, your essence.
Because I did. Was that. Wait, yes, I did that at 3rd level. I realize now I could have done that less, but I did it at 3rd. That's what we're staying with.
You watch as the flesh, the torn flesh of this tendril just knits shut and pulls together, and the eye sort of wriggles and opens up, and everyone in their brain hears, so you are listening for Amiri's bells. You are keeping up. You guys are trying to close and meet at the bottom. The dragon is now 200, 180, 150 feet. You guys are probably... We got another 20...
20 seconds until impact. The dragon is looming in. Jaws starting to open. This time, it's actually gonna try to eat. To feast.
And you can see the dragon's expression is, you know what? No!
Yep.
And then...
just for the heck of it.
Quill begins to flare.
Don't take the dragon with
in that
us.
direction. You are ripped from reality.
And
what happens next?
Here we go again.
Is you see water ripple in front of you, all of you, and you see the water rushing away from you as you shoot straight up in the air, the exact opposite direction of where you were just falling. So you were rocketing this way, now you are rocketing this way, away from the surface of a lake. You are going 50 feet in the air, 70 feet in the air, 80 feet in the air, 100 feet in the air. Oh my gosh, it's a little lake. Or some sort of tree-lined lakeside tree. And you begin to fall again.
Oh my god.
You are falling about 100 feet towards water.
Maybe let Mishka take a little bath in the lake.
You're in shock. You just need some,
Urine, exactly.
I dip them in the water as I try.
Yeah, tumble out of the lake. Onto his back. Good job, everyone! Well done! My book! My book! Just back in the lake.
Quill floats over to you once you join on the side and comes to a rest, and you feel a little. Some of Quill's arms have almost a fin on the end, and they almost stand a bit on your lap and then rest. And you hear in your mind, "Thank you. Thank you very much."
You're welcome, little one.
They say you're never ready.
Somewhere there's a dragon going, "Fuck."
They have, and now Quill tells them how they have to return the book back to oh, what the frick was it? Back to the home dimension. Quill wraps around the bindings, perfectly following the loop, and opens. So he's almost, so it's not like so much the chain is that so it's part of chain, part he's like an actual physical key.
Niskan's eyes and face enveloping him. And your mind awakens in a way you did not know possible. Words with no meaning that you now understand. Words of power that you understand implicitly in your mind and in your body. Where is it?
Oh, you gotta level up. Well, slow down. Do it. Go fight that dragon.
Oh.
Come on, boy!
By the light of Lorcan.
It's quite a good read. I'd like to spend some time with it.
What does it give you? What did you find out?
Nothing.
How could you?
One of the secrets.
What? No.
I just wanted to know what sign I am.
Aquarius.
When I turn to it, it increases my charisma score to a maximum of 20. And I can cast Mirror Image once per day without using a spell slot. And I can use Misty Step a number of times equal to my proficiency bonus.
Oh my.
Whoa!
That
Which is cool.
Yeah.
That is super.
And also, like I said before, a fine raid. So.
Can I read that?
You can borrow it.
Okay. We are colleagues after all.
That's true.
Are you okay?
they should probably, if they need to figure out, they should head out now because the enemies, the twin Zilii may not know where they are now, but they know where they have to head to. They know where you're going. They decide though that they could go try to figure out where even they're not sure if they could get there. Even if they could get there, they're not sure if they could get there before those two. And if they do meet now their condition, they won't stand a chance. They've spent a lot of their resources. They're magical. So they decide for a long rest with the two elves taking watch, because they require only half the same time for a rest.
Oh, well, so.
Dirty 20.
10. Once again, I am distracted. So that's the thief constellation.
Oh, yes?
Yep.
Which one?
Putting my arm around you. You look like there. Do you know, the species of Khajiit is determined by the phase of the moons you're born under.
Really?
There are some Khajiit that are the size of house cats and have the form of a house cat, but are just as intelligent as you or I.
Well, what were you born under then?
Well, I'll tell you sometime when the DM The color rises in my panther cheeks if it could.
You tell her all about it.
Like a lover's embrace, the two moons cross each other.
Well, you got
There's a rustling in the bushes. Some black boars appear. Not for long, they just quickly leave. Not sure why they even bother mentioning, but oh well.
and Amiri. Those are the only two movement in the night.
Pleasant conversation. Curl up into a ball and go to sleep.
You are the most approachable necromancer. That's it. Just the boars and Amiri. Those are the only two movement in the night.
Ladies, are you choosing the boar?
Yep.
Well, time passes and you awaken Niskalan from.
Niskalan grants 3 heroic inspirations. Not sure that. After this, they can see a blue dragon in the sky, so now that the rest is complete, they need to leave now. Otherwise, they'll have to fight this thing and then continue on to where they're going with that damage. Talador gives aid to through a spell and to Pristine and Erox. They gain 5 additional. Their max HP increases by 5. Amiri and Niscan cast Mage Armor. Pristine, they start their preparations. They cast False Life. And another of Quill's teleportations brings them to the jungle. To a jungle. They keep falling Quill They go past ruins of an Argonian nature, like Erox's people, some of their old ruins. They can see an ocean in the distance. And a blue wall of energy. As they're going through one ruins, they find corpses. On them, these corpses bear the symbol of the worm cult, a cult of necromancers. They try to loot, see what they can get off the bodies, get 3 weapons. Talador determines that these cultists died from sickness.
Well, a little bit of pee came out because no one else scared of either.
Deeply perturbed. Yes. We should follow the Quill. We don't.
Can your guy be that guy in a fight?
Oh, I'm certain. Great, wondrous entity of many secrets. Could definitely, I have no idea. But it is a lead we can follow. And besides, we are both watched upon by entities of great power, yes?
Well, he sometimes watches me, and sometimes he wanders off and does other things. That's kind of his whole deal.
I know, you're right. So 1.5.
Okay, let's go.
Arms, come on!
Should we take these as disguises?
It seems. Is it covered in
the
mucus?
medallions?
No. Pristine ends up for getting information, cast Speak with Dead.
I'll go into you.
The device that they have, those metal pieces are interesting to me, but maybe this is not the day for that.
Hold on. I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead. You there.
So sorry this happened to you.
What are these little metal thingies for? Right here. Look up here. Right here. These? What are you going to do with them?
So, the necklaces, it's meant for raising dead.
I didn't make out any of that. I had 4 beans for the saviors. Forces.
I've got a few more questions. Don't pass out yet. Did you die of sickness?
It was
Poison. Oh, we should be careful of
Ask
poison.
him if he saw who did this to me.
Who did this to you? Do you know? Evil Eye.
So they're here.
Xivilie.
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 And it confirms they've already been waiting for you there.
Those twinnies. The twins.
Prepare for battle.
But
Also, hate and never give
How
you
long ago did you die?
Looks up at the sky and the sun.
Oh, 4 years. It's so recent.
right, so they got here. They're going to be waiting for
Yes,
us.
They'll have temper
I have one
time.
more question.
You might want to make it quick. I don't know how much longer.
Did you notice any weaknesses on the little twinnies? Big twinnies, technically.
No shirts.
No shirts. There's no shirts. I did notice that as well.
The bugs will
Good to know.
Maybe they can
Alright.
use spell.
Rest well. Night night.
disrespectful.
They continue on, and they reach the top. There, they find said twins.
We were wondering how long we were going to have to wait here in the heat. You run into Molag Bal's little worms wriggling on the island.
Yes, we did see your handiwork. When did we see that? Those
The two dead
guys.
We saw dead people?
You just
Yeah, we did.
Please tell me she's just acting drunk.
Slowly, try and pull this bottle away.
There will be
Alright.
interventions later.
A few surprising things. No going on. Just drunk.
Who are you guys again?
On Earth.
That's too much.
Only be drunk. You're only allowed to be drunk during rest area.
From the meeting.
Narvix, the bigger of these twins, cracks his neck and says,
It was good that they were littering the jungle well, provided us with some raw materials to better prepare for your arrival.
They spot said materials. 5 more corpses in a ring in shape. And they start, and suddenly a sigil glows over this ring of bodies. And they summon forth a nightmare. A nightmarish creature.
away as this arcane ring on the ground goes. Let's bring out the map. Let's roll initiative.
Ooh, initiative! Not roll as bad as last time.
Yeah, come on.
No, let's roll worse.
No way.
No.
Natural one, baby.
No, man.
Why?
Oh, get rid of that dice. Get rid of that dice.
No, I have to stick to it. I have to make it work.
She's so cute.
This rolled so poorly now it can only help me.
Oh, we have minis.
Oh, look at me.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, that was just like Marilyn.
All of my characters.
Oh, hello, dear.
Should I get out of the way?
Maybe.
I can help on this side.
Oh, my God. That's
That's so cute.
Oh, nice.
Is it coming from here or?
Oh, wow.
All right,
Oh.
Yeah.
Got it?
Oh, it's heavy.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right. So the stair, even though I have planned here, I'll say that this is the top of a stair.
So it would be like up here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's where we are.
Here's your two buddies.
Yes, please.
So far up.
Oh, no. Where's this creature?
Where is this creature?
Oh.
I'm gonna be
What a...
Oh, that's
I
terrifying.
That's not great.
I had the book and went, no. So I think I'm a little taking a
The
stab.
knights are going, yeah.
Oh, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
That's the nightmare.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Matt, what did you roll?
The natural one.
Because I'm a criminal and I have the alert feature, I can swap initiative with you. You want my 17?
Cool.
But you'd be so much better going first, though.
Are you sure?
I'm good.
I can go last.
I got you, cutscene. Let me wallow. I appreciate this.
All right. Did we roll our initiative?
Yes.
All right. Did anyone get over 20? 15 to 20.
Yes.
Okay.
I got a 17.
So, 17. Did anyone get 10 to 15?
I did.
That's
14.
Oh, never mind. I got natural 20.
Natural 20?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. On the Caleb die. So it'll be a 21 total for you.
Erox,
Ooh.
Amiri. Then you got 15, you said, Tyler?
I got 14.
Oh,
We both got 14.
I got 14, which means we rollies.
I got 2 decks, plus 2 decks.
Oh,
Yours better.
I have plus 2 decks. Let's roll it.
Let's roll it.
Please.
We just rig up.
15.
Oh.
Maybe I win.
It's not a competition.
But it was still fun to win.
Okay, did anyone get 5 to 10?
We get the 1.
Less than 5?
Yes.
3.
3, okay. Down there, okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Well, at the top of this encounter, Erox, you are up here, surrounded by Argonian ruins in the jungles of the Isle of Solstice, at the farthest southern point of Tamrael. How are you kicking this off?
Oh, shit. This is my fucking bad.
Erox cast a lightning sphere. Hits the nightmare creature. The nightmare creature. Amiri shoots with a poisoned bow, poison arrow. Then
Stares at you and rips it out.
As he does that, I bonus action hide.
So it's got they're using devil stats, like they are immune to poison. So.
What did you roll and it didn't do anything?
He's He's immune to poison.
Yeah.
He's immune to poison. I say to everybody, he's immune to poison, and I try to hide in the boughs of the tree. 12. I normally roll so much better than that on stealth.
Okay. All right. All right, that brings us to Talador.
Okay.
Talador uses a date sorcery to cast Hold Person on Narvarix, who fails it. It is held. Then uses a sorcerer a blast to and uses it hits with lightning for a crit. We also find out they're resistant to fire. Why do we find out this? Because Liam thought the sorcerer blast was a fire thing, and said it does nothing. I said, wait, it's lightning? Never mind. So they do know not to use fire on them. Makes sense. Like the devils are known for fire. Like, devils indeed are known for fire and poison immunities. Pristine summons on... hits one of the corpses to... I think it was just one. The corpses that used for the Southern Ring. And to raise it as undead.
to melee attack him, but he gets twice because I cast it at 4th level.
Alright.
You have advantage on this.
And I get advantage because he's held.
He's paralyzed.
And it's an auto crit because
And it's not a crit if you hit.
Natural 20!
Wow. It's giving us crits.
Okay, so the first one.
What are you doing, Twice Universe?
The first one.
The roller coaster of emotions.
Hold on, let me find my d8s. There we are.
1 d8. So 6 plus 6 is 12 on the first one.
Okay.
And the second. Ooh, thank goodness. That was an advantage. So crit on the second one.
Yeah.
And that's 8 plus 6 is 14.
Okay.
Are you double damaging?
And. Yes, I am.
Oh, good.
And he's frightened. Until the end of his next turn.
And frozen in place. Frightened of the ghost?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Not you, the ghost.
He's frightened, it just says.
Okay, well, you see this.
So he's really
she creates a spirit for the little courses. Sorry.
He's frightened and he can't run his exposure therapy.
It's frightened, but can't escape, but can't move.
Frightened and paralyzed.
It's his turn.
The Mind uses 3 attacks on the thing called something called Mind Terror. The nightmare creature, which is called Mind Terror, attacks 3 times with 2 hits to do 24 damage on Niskan. Armor deals cold return. Zivaran shoots fire at Taliador for 13 fire damage. Niskan uses Awakened Mind. Oh, it's Niskan. Okay, next thing. 3. Okay, 4. 3.
Give me the mechanics of this so I can interpret it.
The Awakened Mind is a bonus action. I can choose one creature I can see within 30 feet.
Yes.
And communicate with each other.
Okay.
Do I feel there's any intelligence with this?
Yeah, but it's more raw.
Right.
So it definitely can feel you prying into it and is more like curious and turned on by the intrusion.
Right. So the ability I'm doing along with this is called Clairvoyant Combatant. More or less, I'm reading its impulses the moment it tries to make an attack.
Yes.
So then once I've bonded with it, it's almost like it's touching, not something alien, something that is deeply corroded and falling apart. So it's like touching a piece of mold that's slippery, but as soon as it starts to shift, I prepare myself to kind of move with it as it does. So with that connection there, its attacks against me have disadvantage, and my attacks against it have advantage.
Have advantage. Understood. Love that.
That's my bonus action. Mark that there. And then, as a spell, I'm going to go ahead and unleash a torrent of Rune Blades, which is my blasts of eldritch nature towards its direction. Now, it is in... Is it melee? Melee range, but it means me disadvantage on the attacks for me, but I have advantage on it, so...
Uses the Eldritch Blast. Basically uses is a mind. Quill shoots out an energy from an eye.
Together as one. No, it's this one. It's this one. That misses.
The
Together as one. Sinks down into the bush.
Good baby spell. Yeah.
That gets us back to top of the round.
Everix then casts a lightning bolt on the Terror and Zivaran for 21 lightning damage. Halved on the Terror because it made it save. Zivaran, I forget if he's the one who's if he is, then it's like an auto fail or something. Amiri casts magic weapon on Bo, but misses the attack. Talador casts lightning bolt on the twins. Narvik, it starts looking like he's in bad shape. Pristine casts Toll the Dead on the Terror. Then Misty steps into a tree, to get cover. Oh.
Crit, right? Right. So 6 plus 6 is 12 points. Oh, wait, that's a crit. Oh, 12 plus 6 is 18 points.
18 on Naravix. The spirit's hand, this dead worm cultist who has dedicated his life to pulling dead things up from the ground, is now himself dead and reaching into this civilized chest and pulling, and you're seeing viscera and spirit energy pull out of him as he just goes, the blue skin goes baby blue, and he just is pale and barely standing.
He's still standing. All right, I'll do it again.
Yes, that's 17 plus.
Yes.
Oh, yes. 2 plus 6 is 8 points of necrotic
damage. Okay. Blood starts pouring down his nose, and he's starting to look terrified.
He's not dead yet.
Wow. I'm so happy you cast Help
Person on him, because the amount of punishment he's taken tells me he would have done a lot of punishment to us.
Oh, yeah.
Is that all for you?
Well, let me see if my little ghosty can do anything else.
It's now Direct's turn. He fails once again to break his hold. The tail charges. The Terror, however, charges Evrox, and is described as puking shadow over Nitscan and Talador. They are now frightened, so they're starting to get their own conditions on them. The one who's not currently paralyzed. The Zillion that currently isn't paralyzed hits Talador for 10 slashing and shoots fire at Niskan, but which misses. Niskan then casts Fate Carver, which is reskin bite spell for 16 damage. Quill hits the creature with something. I'm not. They didn't quite explain what it is.
I was gonna say, is Quill still hiding?
Yes.
God bless him.
Yes, please.
Smartest of all.
Yes, truly. Listen, my lightning spear is still in play, so I was going to right over to our good friend here.
Beautiful.
And that's a save, yeah.
Which he fails automatically because he's paralyzed.
Because he's paralyzed.
So if you have 3d6, go ahead and roll it.
Don't even bother. How do you want to do this?
13. Awesome.
Yeah.
How
Tell
do
me
you
about
want to do
this.
this?
Daedric Chump's end.
What's that? Say it.
How does he die? How does it
Yeah,
feel?
lightning ball engulfs him.
I feel like classic. The lightning is pierce a hole through his neck, and every hole in his body is just filling with light, and his mouth is filled with light, and his eyes are filled with light, and light is coming out of his nose and his ears, and just
every cavity hole, and it just lights up like a jack-o'-lantern, and the hair sort of turns to white fire until the body, mine as a head, just goes and lands into the still crackling sphere of energy and continues to burn up in smoke.
Like a bug in a...
you know, like a zapper.
Yeah.
Yep. Ooh. That's one down. A many strikes. Keeps going at Zevran, the survivor. And including actually going up their actual claws.
Yes, so I'll bring him close to me, and I'll look him in the eyes, and I'll say, "How do you like this?" And shocking grasp his face and pinata him across. And it is 2d8 doubled, correct?
Yeah.
8. I think I'm on the house. Oh, here they are. Come on. That's 20 points of lightning damage.
Wow.
Yeah, amazing. So here, I grab his face, I bring him close, I stare him in the eyes, and I taunt him, and I shocking grasp him. I'm gonna flavor the crit in this way. I toss him, I swing him, and wait for him to come back and just hold my hand out so he lands face first right on it as the electricity still erupts. And as it makes contact, it just surges through his entire body, and he's just swinging limp, bursting with electricity.
As you push him back before he comes to his coup de grace, he swings back going, "No, it's so extra!" and then hangs dead and limp.
That was my bonus action now. And now I'm going to turn towards the creature who I'm still frightened of, I think, right? So that would grant me... I have advantage on any sorcerer spells. I'd like to do this. So I have the feature. Let's see if this will balance things. It's called Restore Balance. When a creature I can see within 60 feet, if that includes me, is about to roll a d20 with advantage or disadvantage, I can take a reaction to prevent the roll from being affected by the disadvantage. Can I effectively use this to cancel out the disadvantage from the fear and therefore grant myself advantage on the attack because of my sorcery spell?
Meaning breaking even?
Breaking even to then grant myself advantage because I have innate sorcery activated and it grants me advantage on.
I will say yes.
Innate sorcery gives you advantage on all sorcerer spells.
It gives me advantage on all sorcery spell attacks and an increase by 1 on DC saves.
For that turn.
For a minute.
No.
For a full
Yeah, for a full minute. Let me see if I've been cheating.
minute?
Just for myself.
Let me see if
Yes, innate sorcery lasts for an entire minute. And the spell save DC of your sorcerer spells increases by 1, and I have an advantage on attack rolls of sorcerer spells that I cast. So this is Witch Bolt on this guy. 18 plus stuff to hit. And I will do... I think that's a d12. That's 2d12.
That's not bad. One bonus
Yes.
DC.
10 points of lightning damage streaks across, and now we're tethered with this, lightning cord.
In this reign of terror.
Yes!
That's my turn. That's all.
You can.
Oh, I ended him?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Brain
did?
man, you guys
How do you want to do that?
I thought you called me a reign of terror. That's why. This dude is still so he's swinging like a pendulum, like a pinata. That's just what it is in my mind. And I time this witch bolt perfectly as he swings past me. This streak of lightning dances around you, Nishkan.
My turn's right after you, right?
I think. I don't know.
Initiative?
No, I think
Pristine, but
no, it's previous fight. Sorry.
Yes,
everybody's dead zone.
Yeah.
And it just makes contact with this, like whatever his carapace is, and it's the same thing. The lightning pierces into his body and then bursts out of him, and he's.
Yeah. With that, the battle's over.
Is it besides me?
Do you see any?
Hello?
Just a ghost hovering.
You can come down, though. Hang out with us. We have an hour.
It's all right.
The spirit is hovering next to Pristine, just watching dumbly as the proceedings continue. Quill does approach you, Niskan. It is over. Almost.
And Quill goes and opens the book. A silky staircase appears. They climb up it and enter into this emerald landscape. Towers towers of grimoires surround them, and from them, large tentacles emerge, along with a single eye. Oh. Here, it is the creator of them. What the frick is it? You can go back and look there. Appears. It takes the Grimorix. Thank you for playing your part. Get out.
Thank you for playing your part.
And as you hear those words emanate within your minds, your vision of Hermaeus Mora blurs and multiplies, and multiplies, and multiplies, becoming a kaleidoscopic fractaling of this place, the most complex of funhouse mirrors. And you see other groups of mortals staring up in awe at the Daedric Prince, different than your own, yet very much the same, in the past, in days to come, and ever in the precious present moment.
One of many pages in the endless halls of memory. Tell me, now that you have crossed into oblivion, is there anything you seek?
If I might.
Oh boy.
Great woodland man, keeper of secret knowledge. With a few moments to interview you for my zine.
Ah, yeah.
I think that can be arranged. Let me give you all a little taste of forbidden knowledge as a treat.
And that's where we will end our
Oh boy, that was a lot of fun, guys. Super serious grimdark game for you all. Hey, thanks again to our friends at Bethesda Softworks and ZeniMax Online Studios for letting us play in the world of Elder Scrolls Online tonight. A reminder, you might not have noticed that while you may recognize some of the locations and characters explored, tonight is more inspired by elements from the ESO universe. We want to emphasize that this was not an official canon adventure from ESO, but rather inspired by it. Just a little treat. Thank you again to Bethesda Softworks and ZeniMax Online Studios for letting us play in your world. And grab the 2025 Content Pass to start your very own ESO adventure today. Check out www.elderscrollsonline.com/en-us/join us for more information. Well done.
This is amazing.
Yeah, that's so fun.
Thank you, y'all.
That ending almost got me. I was like, that ending almost got me. It's so good. It's so good.
That was fun, Liam.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a
That
lot
was
of
a lot of
fun.
fun.
Thank you, guys.
Very fun.
And with that, the episode ends. Now, all that's left is the homebrew of the evening. I thought with all the teleporting, this would be highly appropriate. The Scroll of Transdimensional Twitch. Weird name, but it's you'll get why. Hey, is scroll very rare, does not require attunement. You can use this scroll as a spell focus, and while using it as a focus, you also know the spell Blink. Once per day, you can also cast Blink without spell slot on yourself and up to 5 other creatures. If you cast it this way, any creature under the effects roll a 46, which takes them to the ethereal, the astral sea, ethereal plane or astral sea, whatever. If anyone who rolls that also then must immediately roll a d20. 1 for the spell proceeds as normally. 5 through 20, you appear in one of the outer planes based on the number rolled. Starting with the Mechanicus at 5 and proceeding clockwise. A number. Which means 6 would be you can do the math here. With Arborea take a look at the chart. Arborea would be 11 based on this, and with Gehenna being at 18. I wanted to if you're wondering which don't know which, I just wanted one thing that allowed you to go to either Gehenna or the 9 hells on an 18. The product of 3 6s. Well, if you are already on a plane when you roll when it's cast, you replace that with the prime material plane. You or a creature under this casting's effect, if you destroy this scroll, I should probably point out, I'll probably add this in, intentionally destroy the scroll. If a creature under the effects intentionally destroys the scroll, the spell will end and all affected creatures will reappear like normally when the spell ends, the blink spell ends. But in addition, you get 1/5 of their total HP restored. Nice. If any other creature destroys it, or if it's not destroyed intentionally, the spell effect also still ends, but it will not include the part where you reappear where you once were, and leaves you where you are, no matter which plane of existence that is. The reason why it's called Transdimensional Twitch, you'll be twitching when you, at some point, if this inadvertently splits apart across the cosmos. And with that, I thank you for joining me. This is Free and Air Riamentra, and I wish thee good fortune on the quest of life.